Hey, I wanted to mention an idea that it's kind of an odd concept. I hear a lot of really professional coaches, gurus, people that are really good in business use the term unconsciously competent. What that means is that people are really successful and they don't even know what's creating the success. And that's problematic for a number of different reasons. One is some of these people, and it depends on who the person is, but some of these people, if they lose their success, sometimes they don't know how to gain that success back. Sometimes they're good at one area and they're not good at another area. But what I want to talk to is the average people, people like you and me, normal people who maybe have not had the success at certain times in life that they wanted and are growing into it and growing and realizing, trying to understand how to get more of it. These are the three stages. I'm going to use the same kind of language to explain an idea here. You need to go through two phases in order to start realizing success in life. The first place that you're in, if you don't know what's causing the grief in your life, if you don't know why you're stuck or why you're staying stuck, that means you're unconsciously incompetent. So people who are unconsciously competent are people who don't know why they're good at something. They don't know what's creating their success. And so often they teach other people, and yet they don't know what created their own success, so they're not able to teach others. When you are unconsciously incompetent, it means you don't know what you don't know. It means you don't know what you're doing wrong. So the first step, two steps. The first step, first process that you need to go through is to become conscious of where you're wrong. You need to become more self-aware. And if you talk to most people who are successful in different areas, they'll agree with me. They'll say absolutely, self-awareness is key to a lot of processes. So you need to become consciously incompetent. That sounds weird. You need to become aware of where you're wrong. At the same time, that's the first step. All right. The second step, just as important, is you need to be consciously competent. You need to understand what you're doing well, what you can do in order to have success. Now, the first step is about awareness. The second step that you need to take to get to conscious competence is that you need to take action. So these two ideas, becoming more self-aware, taking more action, go hand in hand. You've got to go through this process over and over and over again. Here's the problem. You've got some people who take a ton of action, but they run around bashing their head against the brick wall over and over and over and over again. And you remember, that's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again without any different results. You've got another group of people that we call them analysis paralysis type individuals, where they will analyze things and learn and grow and become more self-aware, and they don't take any action. And both sides of that pendulum, if you swing on this side or if you swing on this side, both are very dangerous, because you're not going to get anywhere. So here's what I'm going to recommend. If you are on the side where you take action, but you need to become a little more self-aware, become a little more self-aware, okay? Don't spend years and decades simply becoming more self-aware. But what I'd recommend is go a little bit closer to the middle of that pendulum. Some people are afraid. They're like, oh, but I'm an action taker. If I just simply think about things, if I become aware, I'm going to become this artsy-fartsy, whatever person, and I'm going to know myself really well, but never take action. That's not true. If you're this far on the pendulum, you need to swing a long way. And if you're going in this direction, where are you going? Are you going to the opposite end, or are you going closer to the middle? You've got to go a long way before you even hit the middle. So take some steps to become more self-aware. If you're on the other side, where you don't take action, you get stuck because you analyze things and you try to learn about yourself, you go to lots of events, you go to lots of seminars, but you don't take action. What you need to do is you need to work at taking some action. And again, you're going to make mistakes, that's okay, but along that road, you're going to come closer to the middle as well. Okay? So many people worry, like, wow, if I am kind to somebody, then everyone will run over me. Well, no. If you're a jerk to everyone, you've got to go a long way to being kind to people before they're going to run over you, right? And so keep that in mind. If you're on one end of the pendulum or the other, you need to swing to the middle, not to the other end. Swing to the middle. Learn a little bit from the other side. So here's what I recommend for everyone. If you're an action taker, learn a little bit about yourself. If you know a lot about yourself and you read and you learn, but you don't take action, take a little bit of action. But here's both are important. Not one or the other is important. Take action and then learn a little bit. Take action and learn a little bit. That's the ideal. The ideal are technical institutes, right? When it comes to learning and education. And it's the same in life, where you go to school for a few months, then you go out in the field and work for a while, and then go to school for a few months. Trade schools are great for this, all right? This is the ideal for yourself too. If you want to grow, ask yourself, am I on this side of the pendulum, or am I on the other side of the pendulum? And regardless of which end you are, ask yourself, how do I get closer to the middle? If I need to take action, let's take a little bit of action, and take action consistently on a daily basis. Learn a little bit as well on a daily basis, but do both. As you do both, you will learn and grow and become consciously competent. You'll know what you're doing. Here's the advantage of becoming consciously competent. You're going to get to a place where you know exactly what caused your success, and you know what causes your failure. The beauty of that, well, there are many advantages of that, but one beauty of it is that you are now going to be able to take those steps again. Things fall apart, no worries. You can take those steps again. You can realize success over and over and over in your life. It's beautiful because you now understand the process in your head. Have a brilliant week.